So let's get started. Web shell upload via obfuscated file extension. Obfuscation means covering up. Okay, so we're covering up the file extension by saying that it is some other file extension. This lab contains a vulnerable image upload function. Certain file extensions are blacklisted. So if you remember what blacklist means, blacklist is blocking. So you should never use blacklisting. If you're a security professional or a developer, you should always use whitelisting. So whitelisting says deny by default. It will block everything by default and only allow certain things. So if you blacklist or block something else, there is always a way to bypass whatever you are blocking. For example, if you block the front door, I can come through the window or the back door, right? But if I block everything by default and only allow the front door, then you can only come through the front door, right? Let's see what the lab description says. Certain file extensions are blacklisted, but this defense can be bypassed using classic obfuscation technique. To solve this lab, upload a basic PHP web shell, then use it to exfiltrate the contents of the secret file. Submit this secret using the button provided in the lab banner. You can log into your own account using the following credentials, Wiener and Peter. So let's access the lab. Let's go to the browser and paste it. Alright, let's log in. Wiener and Peter. So here there is an image upload function. So first I'm going to upload a PNG file and see how the functionality works. So it accepts PNG files. So I'm going to save this. Later I can debug. Next, go back to my account and see where the file is uploaded. So the file is uploaded right here. Okay, so right click, open image in new tab, and here you can see this is the location where the file is uploaded. So make a copy of this. So if I upload anything else like virus.php for example, it will upload right here. So let me try to upload that. Close this, choose file, virus.php. By the way, virus.php contains this thing, which will get the contents of the file secret, which is given in the lab description, and prints it on the browser. So let's upload that. Okay, it says sorry, only PNG and JPG are allowed. Sorry, there was error in uploading your file. Let's go to the proxy HTTP history to see that request. And this is the post request that we used to upload the file. So here you can see that this is the image and this one is the PHP file. So let's send this to repeater for testing. And here we have tried changing the content type. We have tried using some other techniques, but this one we have to obfuscate the file extension, which means this extension we have to hide it by keeping something else. For example, if I keep .jpg, will it accept? Let's try it. So it has been accepted. The question is, will it run as a PHP file? So let's right click and show response in browser, copy, paste it over here, right? So let's go back to my account and here you should see a broken image. So let's right click and open image in new tab. So as you can see, it is still detecting as a JPG file or PNG file, right? But it is not detecting as a PHP file. So we have to remove this .jpg so that we will finally get our virus.php. So how do we remove this? So we can remove this by keeping something called a string terminator. String terminator is nothing but a null character. Null character is basically nothing. So you cannot represent it normally, but you have to use something like URL encoded version to represent it. So to represent null character, you have to use something called %00. So if you place this anywhere in the file name, the string will cut there itself and the rest of the things will be removed. So if I keep something like this as the file name, so the effective file name will be something like virus.php. So it will terminate the string right here and it will remove the rest of the string. And only virus.php will be saved as a file. So let's try this. Let's copy this and keep it over here and send it. And as you can see, the .jpg has been removed and only virus.php exists. So you can right click, show response in browser and do all the things again. But here you can directly go to the browser and remove .jpg over here. So that will keep virus.php. So let's hit enter and it should run and get the password. So let's go to the lab banner and submit the solution. So here I'm going to upload something useful, this file.php for example. So this code is also one-liner, but it allows me to execute system commands. So I go to the verb suite, change this code to this, and change the file name, for example virus1.php, and send it. Okay, virus1.php has been uploaded. All I have to do is go back here and change it to virus1.php. No commands has been executed. So here you see it takes this parameter HMCA in the get request and passes it as a system command. So here I have to say question mark HMCA equals to, for example, ls. Okay, it executes over here. Cat slash home slash Carlos slash secret. And you can also get some sensitive files like slash etc slash passwd. So if you want to go a step further, you can also get reverse shell by using revshells.com and keep your own IP address over here and keep your own port, run this in your own system and run this in the URL. If you are using any cloud system, keep your cloud IP address over here and that should give you a reverse shell. So to test it, you can also use something like a ping command just to show that it actually works. All you have to do is say ping this thing. So copy this and go back to browser, remove this command and keep your own command, hit enter. So go back to collaborator and here you can see that it is making outbound connections. So hope you enjoyed this one. Check out the description for payloads and other resources. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.